what about a right of suspension? What's the significance of that, and what's the risks around that?
Yeah, so if you, in the event that a claimant hasn't been paid under the Act or is not paid the schedule amount, there's a right that can come under the Act, which is a statutory right to suspend work, and it's to suspend work on 2 business days' notice. And what the Act says about that is that if you suspend work, you're essentially indemnified against any claims by the head contractor for delay or damages and anything of that nature. My advice to people is you need to be extremely careful when you're using this, and there's a number of reasons for that. The first reason is if you invoke that right, and it turns out that your payment claim was invalid, for example, you had no contractual right to make a payment claim, or you had no statutory right to make a payment claim, or for some reason your payment claim is imperfected for some reason, in that there's a technical difficulty with it that prevents it being recognised by the law as a payment claim, and you've gone and suspended work, then the protection that the Act affords, where you can't, where you're not liable for liquidated damages or damages in general, is jeopardised and it won't apply. And so for that reason, before you suspend work, you should be absolutely rock solidly sure that the payment claim that you're suspending work upon is sound. And again, that can be just a very short chat with a construction lawyer who can review the documents and review the contract for you very quickly, give you the green light and say, yep, you're good to go, you can suspend. I'd also say, and this is putting on my hat, my pre-lawyer hat when I was a project manager, that you need to also make very commercially sound decisions if you're going to suspend work, because clearly you're going to upset the head contractor, not only your relationship that continues for the remainder of that project, but future work going on. So you need to consult a lawyer to make sure that you're in a great place in the first instance to suspend it. If you are, then what you really need to do is consider the commercial ramifications of that. So yes, the power's there under the Act, but it's a power to be used very sparingly and only after, in my view, very careful consideration.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you can validly suspend works and I guess the relationship is already soured and there's no more work coming, it can be a very effective way of getting paid.
It certainly can.
But it's probably the end of the relationship with
That's right. It's one of those areas where we say just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.